Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, the Anglican Church of Kenya bishops, specifically from Nyanza region, decided to visit the victim of police brutality during the demonstrations. They have visited several hospitals and even the morgues. They even went further to visit even homes just to find out what happened to the people, what they have gone through. I'm telling you, the story is a horror. These bishops are angry with the William Samoei Ruto's government. They are disturbed. If you look in their face when they are addressing the public, you will see how much they are disturbed with what they have seen. Inhumane treatment that people have been subjected to. And they came back in a press statement that was released at Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Training and Referral Hospital. They have told Ruto the truth. Ruto hate Luos with passion. They have told him. And they are asking a simple question. Why do you hate Luos with passion to this extent? You decide to respond to people with a bullet. He has shown a lot of anger. In fact, they are explaining Ruto's anger as explosive anger towards the Luo nation. They also had a message for the opposition. But seemingly, their main aim was to address William Samoei Ruto. They also recognize that it is constitutional to have demonstrations. But the manner in which police officers have handled the people from Nyanza region, it is even totally against the constitution of Kenya. And this is the message they have for William Ruto. Listen to them shortly. Then from where we are going to continue with this discussion.
That we are ACK Nyanza Region Bishops, Anglican Church of Kenya, Nyanza Region Bishops. And we want to say we are very, very sad as we stand here and we pray and have sympathy with our people who have been brutally shot and even some died. And therefore, we would like to bring our statement to you. Call for sobriety and civil order. We, the 5 Anglican bishops representing Nyanza Episcopal Sees, have gathered here at Jaramogi Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital to pray with the family and the victims of the recent police brutality. We are gathered here not to celebrate a winning match in a political field, but to share our sorrow with the victims of excessive force by our security personnel in an attempt to suppress demonstrations. We are here to pray for all Kenyans of goodwill to gather courage and speak the truth to the ruling power that the era of regressive approach to civil dissent is not the bullet or explosion of anger, but the willing heart to listen to the voice of the agitated people. The letter of James chapter 1 verses 19 through to 24 says, be ready to listen and quick to listen than being loud to speak without engaging your mind and without reasoning.
It is crystal clear that the rule of law has been suspended and state of anarchy allowed to reign without respite. It is becoming clear that the Luo community is singled out specifically for brutal attack, and this must not be allowed in a country that is priding itself as the most stable in East and Central Africa. Luo community has not committed a crime against the government to deserve such a kind of rage. Over the years, it has been proven that the community has worked well with all the previous regimes, and any form of selective profiling has been adversely minimized. The evidence of excessive force the police in this region has applied during the previous demonstrations is brutal, evil, uncivilized, and an affront of civilization.
So we pray that we stop bitterness and anger and threats and treat us with dignity. The first president of Kenya, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, had a disagreement with Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, and that history we know, even in this place where we stand. But he did not hate the Luos because of Jaramogi. You seem to hate Luos so much that when they are killed or pulled out from the houses, like we've been told by the victims up here who have been shot, even though some never demonstrated. One was from bathroom, one was inside the house, one was going to a shop. You seem to rejoice and your people gives thumbs up. We have no any other president but you. So where do you expect us to run to when your face shows us all the anger and threats? May God open your heart to live to your Christian calling as the father of the nation of Kenya. It is a pity that you are surrounded by leaders who are on a vengeance mission and would release reckless statements without supportive intelligence, and they just got scot-free and people believe them. This is the best advice that we can give after prayerful thought. If Kenya is not at peace, even yourself or your people will not be at peace. Peace is not protected by guns, but by moral rightness in listening to the crying, the dying, the starving, the aggrieved, and respond accordingly.
Now, as we continue with this Punchline discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, the message was a very direct message. You seem to hate the Luo the most. And the bishops are telling Ruto, stop bitterness, anger, threats. Treat us with dignity. These bishops are also Luos. So they are speaking on behalf of their people because of what they have seen them going through. They are confirming that indeed we have someone in State House who is ruling with bitterness, anger, and threats. When a bishop reaches to an extent of this level and they come out with such kind of statement, just know the church is pissed off. They are totally pissed off, and that's why they are directing this message to William Ruto without any fear at all. What they have seen is a horror, and now it is time for William Ruto. Ruto thrived in church. Sympathy he drew from the church. The church gave him a platform even to shed tears. But now, it is showing a man who is against humanity and Christianity values. So the bishops are wondering, what kind of a leader do we have in the State House? And they are calling him out. It is time for him to treat Luo people with dignity and understand these people are also human beings. They need respect, they need to be talked to, but not to be seen as people who are lesser in this country. They have their value and they are a part of this country. They contribute like any other individual to development and the growth of Kenya as a country. Now, seemingly, William Ruto want to bring peace in this country through the gun. But they're telling him very clear that peace cannot be brought by the gun, but it is by having that moral value, listening to the people, listen to the ground. Peace can be brought about when you are listening to the people, but through the gun, you cannot bring peace. And indeed, that's the truth. Ruto want to bring peace in this country through the gun. Kill people to stop them from speaking. I think he's just fueling more people to come out and speak their mind. And he might not succeed when people speak, because it will reach a level where it will be ungovernable for him. The bishops are right. And they even went further to quote the Bible, James 1:19-24. That in this Bible verse, it is confirming that Ruto is talking even without listening to himself. He don't listen. He just come out with verbal diarrhea. But they're telling him, be ready to listen and quick to listen, than being loud to speak without engaging your mind and without reasoning. Okay, Omtata talks to William Ruto and they told him, sir, your finance bill is poisonous. It's against the law. It is in fight with our constitution. Think about it, withdraw it, and bring something that is acceptable and again that will not contradict the law. He challenged Okay Omtata without even listening to himself, without consulting. In a blink of an eye, he was on Okay Omtata. He don't listen. He don't engage his mind. He is loud to respond. They're telling him, listen, if Ruto had listened to Kenyans, would we have demonstration today? Ingebaki ni maandamano ya mambo tu ya kusema fungua sava, watu wengine waseme IBC. Lakini mambo ya chakula, he could have dealt with cost of living and other things. But he has given a tool to Azimio to massacre them nicely, politically. And Azimio is using that tool properly to deal with these people politically. Because he don't listen. And because he's not listening, that's why he's now using bullets to silence the Luo nation. But he ended up committing a human crime against humanity. It is illegal. And look on how Kindiki is responding. It means they are prepared even to kill more, and they don't care. The question is again, is the rule of law suspended by Ruto? Then we are being subjected to the state of anarchy. They are addressing that one also. Because what we are seeing is that when the police come out and remove people from their houses and start beating them, it means you have targeted these people. Even those who are just minding their own business, they are not demonstrating, you target them. Where is the rule of law? I think there is anarchy here. That's the way the pastor is saying. So this state is committing anarchy. So with all this anarchy and other things, still bishops are telling Ruto, police cannot be used to restore peace in a divided country. Kenya now is becoming more divided. So indeed, that was the message. And I'm telling you, the church is now pissed off with Ruto. When you see a bishop coming out to describe William Ruto regime as brutal, evil, uncivilized, unfronted civilization, then you know this regime is totally lost. So the church has condemned Ruto, and it is good for more people to come out and speak the same way the bishops are sending out.